Hello, sports fans. This is Howard Kenkel, and I'm here to welcome you back to another exciting Curmudgeon Cup Championship. After many delays and weeks of uncertainty, we are thrilled to be able to bring you the start of the Curmudgeon Cup Draft. Due to the pandemic, our tournament in Nashville, Tennessee has been placed on hold temporarily with hopes of returning in 2021. This year, we have an exciting tournament being hosted in Metro Detroit with 3 prestigious courses testing the skills of our players. Westwind Golf Club, 2 courses in Oakland University, as well as the Orchards Golf Club. On August the 2nd, we will crown a new champion, and their team names will be etched into the Curmudgeon Cup Memorial Trophy. Let's go back to yesteryear. 2019, the tournament held in Columbus. Returning captain Kevin McConnell, who guided his team to a blowout victory over Captain Adam Lewis. Let's take you to the highlight.
13th tee driver. He's so powerful, this young man. If you ever get a chance to stand next to him when he's hitting a driver, it's quite extraordinary, the flight he puts on the ball. It almost gets second wind halfway through. Look at this, he's just driven the green. He has just driven the green.
What a hellacious drive by Kevin McConnell, who really put his ass into that one. McConnell, by the way, will be leading his team of Golden Girls into battle versus the Curmudgeon's captain Eric Friney on what is expected to be a down-to-the-wire tournament. Speaking of Eric Friney, that name may sound familiar. The PA voice at Little Caesars Arena and captain of the Curmudgeons. He's looking for his first victory at the helm. Things weren't so kind to Mr. Friney last year, as evident in his tee shot that went wide to the highlight.
Oh, he shanked it. Oh, look at that line, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, boy, is he out of sync. That even sounded, it was a tenor sound, wasn't it, Peter? Oh,
boy, he gets really leaning on it with the lower body.
oh.
I believe that tee shot landed in Toledo, Ohio. Nevertheless, the excitement level is high, and we are close to the beginning of the long-awaited 7th annual Curmudgeon Cup Championship Draft. With that, I am going to turn the microphone over to my colleague and confidant, the co-commissioner of the tournament, Mr. Justin Price. This is Howard Kenkel. Out.
Thanks, Ken. And everybody, welcome to the 2020 Curmudgeon Cup Draft. My name's Justin Price. I'm the commissioner for the Curmudgeon Cup, and I'll tell you what, guys, we are glad to be here today. Ever since the Nashville trip got canceled, we struck out more times than Josh Barrington and a bar full of women, but here we are, we're ready to get going, and we're excited to bring this to you today. A lot of this is because of myself, but I did get a little bit of help from our assistant to the commissioner, Matt Boyce. So, Matt, thank you very much for all your input. It's definitely well appreciated. This year, it's great to be back in Metro Detroit. There's also a lot of excitement that's been involved with this. You know, so much excitement that actually, I'll tell you what, Clark Rokamp committed to this trip and announced to us that he was attending before we even gave him a roster spot. But from what I understand, this isn't the first time that Clark's accepted something before actually having that announcement made. So apparently there's there's something else there with that too. But anyway, Clark, we're glad to have you on the trip this year. We have a lot of things going on. This trip has grown tremendously. You know, it's bigger than Aaron Hassenacker's Slice. Originally, just 4 guys going up north, but now we've had 7 years straight of the Curmudgeon Cup. That's more consistent than John Swaim's Duff Shots. And I'll tell you what, along with that, we've also started golfing even better golf courses, and we've gone to bigger cities. It's been more expensive than Dan Snyder's golf attire, but along with that comes a lot of fun. This trip's going to be even more fun than Matt Franz after a fishbowl. So we're excited to get going. We're excited to have the draft today. Hopefully everyone else is getting excited to get out there and start hitting some golf balls too. To begin things, I did want to go ahead and welcome a couple rookies we have out there today. So first off, Dave Carey. You know what, Dave? Ever since the moment you found out about this trip, you've been very persistent in trying to go on it. And man, was I glad to go ahead and offer you a spot on the roster here. All that persistence paid off, and here you are today. I'll tell you what, it's not easy to get invited to golf trips. Just ask Kevin McConnell. Also today we have Derek Ferris as one of the rookies, so welcome, Derek. I'll tell you this much. It's nice to have a Derek that doesn't yell "get fucked" after every single golf swing. So that alone, I'm glad to have you on this trip. Richie Keith. Richie, I'm glad to have you here. Richie actually stole the last golf spot quicker than Matt Zemansky with a sales lead. So that's great because one thing, Richie's on the trip, but also Eric Voss is not going. So a win-win in that situation. And then finally, this is some very big news. I'm very pleased to announce that we have NHL All-Star legend Jacob Trouba joining this year on the golf trip. So Jacob, we're very happy to have you. Excuse me, what was that? Chris Trouba? I'm sorry. Apparently, whenever TJ said his brother was playing, it's actually Chris Trouba. I mean, how many mediocre Trouba brothers are there? They're like the Watt family, but only one's talented. So regardless, Chris, we're glad to have you on the trip this year. With that said, guys, let's get going. We're excited. We need to get back to the draft before Wiener passes out. I'm sure Corrigan's passed out somewhere underneath a bridge, but there's going to be a lot of fun this year. I'm sure DeCruz's excited to go out there and defend his 35% winning streak. So let's get started. With that said, captains, make your selections. Everybody, enjoy. I'm looking forward to seeing you out on the golf course.